Hello everyone, I'm Bhavna Virendra and I'm back with a new video. Today I'm going to take up a short story, Ranga's Marriage by Masti Venkatesh Iyengar. It's a part of the Class 11 English CBSE curriculum. The story is set in the pre-independence days when a lot of social evils were deeply entrenched in the Indian society. The narrator Shama is extremely fond of his village Hosahalli, and the story is set in this village of Karnataka. The narrator speaks very fondly about all the things of his village. He talks about the sweetmeat Kariga Dago. He also mentions the mangoes which are extremely sour. He talks about the village pond and the creepers that grow around it. In those days, it was a rarity for village children to pursue their studies in big cities. Ranga, the accountant's son, was one of the lucky few who got this opportunity to study in Bangalore. After some time, when he returned to his village, the villagers, out of curiosity, thronged near his house, the narrator Shama being one of them. They wanted to see how Ranga had changed under the influence of the English language and Western culture and customs. Now, the narrator was deeply disappointed when he saw that Ranga was very much the same. He was deeply rooted in his culture and traditions, and he did the namaskar by prostrating on the ground. When he went to meet the narrator, he carried some oranges as a token of gratitude and love and respect for him. Now, the narrator was very impressed. He thought that Ranga is the most suitable bachelor and it is his duty to get him married soon. He had Ramarao's niece, who was an orphan girl aged 11 from the city. She was talented and she could play musical instruments with great elan. She was good at playing the harmonium and veena. The narrator arranged a meeting between Ranga and Ratna. He asked Ratna to fetch buttermilk and invited Ranga at the same time. When Ranga came to the house, he was very impressed by the mellifluous singing of Ratna, and he immediately fell in love with her. The narrator knew it, and he took a dig at him and questioned him about the same. Initially, Ranga refused to acknowledge the fact that he had love at first sight. But the narrator knew what the truth was. So he went to the village astrologer and connived with him, tutoring him about what all he had to say when he would return with Ranga to him in the evening. Now, when Ranga accompanied the narrator to the astrologer in the evening, the astrologer made certain deductions using his astrological paraphernalia, and he told Ranga that he was in love and he was stressed because of this. Ranga refused to believe it, but the astrologer told him that the name of the girl began with R and it was related to something that is found in the ocean. Now, Ratn means pearl and it is associated with water or oceans. So now it was ascertained that indeed Ratna was the cause of all worries of Ranga. Now the narrator arranged their marriage and Ranga and Ratna were married. Later, when a son was born to them, they christened their son as Shama as a tribute to the narrator because he was instrumental in bringing them closer. The narrator went to their house with a ring as a token of love for the little baby. The story explores the various social evils that were prevalent in those times. It talks about child marriage. Now, initially, Ranga was against child marriage, but later on, when he saw Ratna, he immediately fell in love with her and got married to her although she was only 11 years old. It also talks about child pregnancy because Ratna had conceived and she was the mother of a son and she was in the family way yet again. The story also talks about the influence of Western culture or other cultures upon native customs and traditions of a people, how they get influenced by other cultures than their own. Thank you.